Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watch my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm back doing the review of MTV Catfish, Season 8, Episode 34, Courtney and Chris. Before I just start, listen, this banner y'all see is scrolling down on my screen. Yes, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Also share my videos. Get me out there. If you're new to my channel, welcome y'all. I appreciate you stopping by and viewing my catfish videos. If you like the catfish videos, please watch my other videos on my channel. I do reviews of different shows, reality TV, scripted shows, drama, a lot. I do that. I do social media content. We do social constructs, concepts talks. I do that on my channel. So on Sundays, I do a live reviews at 4 o'clock, and on Mondays, I do social debates. So join me in those channels and welcome. If you could returning, appreciate the love, continuing support, and continuing the journey with me. All right, let's go with MTV Catfish. That's what y'all all came for, and that's what I'm going to start right into it. This is another episode. It was okay. It was okay. It was not a bad episode. I just want that I want that figure catfish that goes, oh my gosh. Like, I want to nickname another person. You know, like Ashley, Ashley, Big Bertha. I need to nickname another catfish. So I need another catfish that give it. And this one was okay, just like the first one. So I can't be too hype about it. But let's jump right into it. So we get Courtney, who's 22, and she met a guy named Chris, who's also 22. She lives in Ohio. He lives in Turkey. So yes, that's international. They met on Facebook, but they met on Facebook through role playing. So they were role playing and playing at different characters. And from there, she started to fall for the person that was Chris and his character. And she messaged him, said, "I will fall for you," and they're having a conversation for a long time. They've been conversing for 3 years. I said, oh my gosh, 3 years. And they were at all that time in 3 years, they only freaking phone conversation one time, and it was only lasted 30 minutes because she said it was kind of feel weird that they was talking. It seemed like he was very wanting to get off the phone and not continue the conversation with her. Like, they're trying to rush, and like it's like having a phone conversation with her was not his priority. So it felt like, okay, you really don't want me to talk to me. So that's what's that. But it never video chatted either as well. So I said, oh girl. But she has fallen in love with him. She loves him and everything because a lot of stuff that he likes, he has great music taste. A lot of music that she listens to now is because of his recommendation. A lot of anime that she haven't been watched anime before. Now all the anime she watches is because his recommendations. It's like a lot of things that he likes, she likes. So I said, girl, what is your personality? What is what you have? Do you have any differences from what he has? Like, you can't have like all the stuff that he likes. It's like you need to have your own sense of purpose and your own identity. So that's that. For that 3 years, they've been talking for a while. They've been going on and off a relationship. They've been breaking up, making up, breaking up, making up, break up, to make up for a long time. As much that she could count. She can't even count how many times they break up. And then she said one time, like, they got engaged one time. I say, engaged? You never met the person, you got engaged? All right, Courtney. He said a meme of an engagement. But she thought that was a real one. And she said yes. And he said, oh, that was easy. I said, yes, that was an easy ass shit. I was like, dang. She had to work for it. She just say yes, it's like that, and he really meet you face to face and get down on a knee, and really actually propose. She said a meme of proposal, and you thought that was real, and so you actually said yes to that meme. Oh, good girl. Oh, yes to him. I think he had to work for it. I said that's a new level of engagement. So that's all that. As well as in 2018, they sent each other gifts. She sent him like a Buddhist bust or something like that. It was something. And he sent her his hoodie. I said, oh, okay. All right. And that's that. Now, throughout the whole 3 years, she only had 2 pictures of him. I said, 2 pictures? Girl, 2 pictures. One picture's with his face, and another picture with him having masks on, because they did role playing and cosplaying and all that stuff like that. So they into that things. And she said he's an artist. as she know of, he doesn't work. So he makes his money by like doing artwork and he draws stuff like that and try to make ends meet. And asked her, did you send any money to him through this course of 3 years? She said, oh yeah, around the course of 3 years, I sent about $1,000 to him. What you said, a G? You said $1,000 to this guy? $1,000 over the span of 3 years. She sent about $1,000 to this guy. I said, oh. All right, Courtney. And by the way, y'all, if y'all have seen my Mizzle Social Corner that I just posted, that was about cheating, I did my own mini catfish story time. So catch that out. Because somebody tried to catfish me, and I was talking to this person for 2 days. And it is something that turned me off. Then I was just like, block. That's it and everything. So watch that and catch my little mini catfish story, y'all. So that was good. But money, and that was part of the thing that what turned me off, and that really got me red flags up. I mean, my tenants, like, I really was really guarded. And then when that happened, like, we asked me to give me a gift card. So I said, oh, hell to no, I'm not doing that. No. I don't know you like that, be getting gift cards. No, that's a scam. So that's that. But she was sending him money. But how she was sending him money is that she was sending him money through his best friend, Etchy. And that's his friend, Cash App. So she was sending the money to her Cash App. And after a while, she used to have a Cash App, but then it was something that her Cash App is non-existent. It's like disappeared. Nowhere. It's out of sight, basically. And we said, why you can't send it to her? She's like, I guess he didn't want her to have his Cash App because you got to have locations and the address, and he didn't want to do all that. But he said she sent her something to his workplace, and I think whatever he was at, and that's how it was. He was able to send her something back. So that was all the stuff that she gave us on him. So it was like we had to start investigating because we need to know what's going on. Because she said, "Listen, I just want to know if he's real because I don't want to take my trip to go to Turkey because she was planning to go to Turkey too. So I want to take my trip to go to Turkey." And he's not real and all so I don't want to waste my time if he really actually a catfish. So can you help me to find out if he is a catfish before I make my behind to go all the way to across the country internationally just to see him? All right, so they started an investigation and they look at his page. So his page, they say that page was kind of bland. It's like, one little post. I said, what the hell? He ain't posted nothing on that page? What's going on? So that page, and then they looked at his artist name, and the artist name came up with some Neopart or whatever his name is. And that came on the artist page. And his artist page came up with a legit page. It was a lot of his artwork on it. Photos, it was his sad artwork, was different graphic faces, blood, all that stuff. He was doing a lot of that stuff. And then come to find out, not only he had that page, he also has an Instagram page. He also has a TikTok page. So he had a lot of social media. And that's something that she never mentioned. She never mentioned that he has all these social media accounts. So you've been talking for this guy 3 years. They didn't know he had the Instagram. He had TikTok. He had another Facebook pages besides the one that you probably know of. So, and then she shared a number. They can't really search an international number, so that was like out the question. That was out the box. They can't do that. So they look at all that stuff like that, and they said, let's search for Etchy. Let's see if we can find her because that's the best friend. Maybe we'll see any more pictures because during the pages that they were searching, it was hardly any freaking pictures of him. It was mainly on his artwork. And I said, okay, promote your artwork, but there ain't no pictures of yourself. So they searched Etchy and they saw Etchy page, and it was based on Etchy. It was nothing pictures with him and her together. So that's further solidified them that he really don't want to show his face, which is not a bad thing. It was like whatever. He want to promote his artwork, let's promote artwork, but it's just not, he's not showing his real self. So they was like thinking, it's like, what if Chris is Etchy? Because you never met his face. So you don't know, and you sent it to an Etchy Cash App. So maybe he is Etchy, and maybe he could be etchy, or she's talking to etchy all this time, and they would say maybe etchy is not comfortable with her sexuality, so she is not trying to come out, and maybe that's what she feels so guarded and not want to be forthcoming of herself towards Courtney, because maybe she didn't want to come out, everything. But Courtney was like, they got Courtney on the phone, and they put Courtney up to speed. And basically, we find out Courtney's about sexual. So she said that's not a big deal breaker if it was actually etchy. I said, oh, okay, Courtney, you better do it. And it was so funny when Courtney came in, because when she came in, she was like, oh. She said, oh, you decided to see this. I was like, I didn't want to meet him like this. Like, I want to meet me like this, yes. Because she was geeking fan over me. I said, you better back up. I like Courtney, you better back up a need. So it was funny that she was so fangirl. She said, I didn't want to see him like that. Like, I want to meet him this way. I want to meet him another way. And so they brought up the speech, but she said that's not a deal breaker. If it is etchy, okay, I deal with girls before. I just want to know who it is. So it is what it is. So they brought her up to speed and everything. And then they was like, she was a little bummed out about that. And see what it goes, because I was saying, listen, we can't get the phone number and all that stuff. We can't do this. So what we had to do is be straight up and trying to get him. That's the only way we're going to move forward with this and get him. So we got to message him, because they messaged etchy. So they was like, they messaged Chris. And they said, okay, we're gonna go to sleep and say we'll see what's going on if he responds back and everything. So at the nighttime, Courtney DM Cammy. And when she DM Cammy, she said, Cammy, I said, yeah, Chris hit me up, and he was like, he would not video chat unless he talked to y'all and everything. He would not do that. He will talk to y'all first. So she said, all right, let me know. Give him my contact information, hit my DMs, and we could talk. We could do what we could do. So he sent the conversation. They started talking. And Ken, we were trying to sweet talk him. We're trying to get him to be open enough to do a thing. And he was like, I don't want to do the show. I'm not comfortable with this. Yeah, she had me to contact y'all. I want to see what's up, what's going on, and what's the details and everything, because I really want to do the show and all that stuff. And she was trying to coach him and say, hey, will you be comfortable by getting on the screen and not showing yourself first? And then when you're comfortable, you show your face. He said, hi, don't do it. No, hi, no, don't push it. I said, she ain't pushing nothing. She just asked you a simple question. He didn't keep pushing it. That was the first time he ever asked you that you were comfortable doing that. And he said, don't push it. So she was continuing trying to convince him. And he said, no, I don't want to do the show, and don't contact me ever again. Good night. I said, ooh, not Cammy. What we not going to do? We not going to be shutting down Cammy like this. What we not going to do is shut down Cammy like this. Good night? No, I have the last word to say good night. And I'll go louder. Good night. No, good night. All right. So Cammy said, we got to get on the phone. We got to talk now. We got to talk now. Courtney was talking to me. It was like, I was trying to reach you. You were not answering the phone because I had to tell you some tea. So Nia said, let me get on what's going on. There's some drama going on last night, and I was sleeping in my bed, sleep, and I don't know what's going on. So Cammy brought them up to speed and told them everything. And they said, wow, he didn't want to do the show or something like that. But then he did message up Cammy again the next day, and they had a long conversation. I guess Cammy was trying to get him open up. So she instead of going directly to talk about the show, she talked about his interests, about anime, about gaming, and they had a long conversation. So they was like, okay, but she don't know how to try to leave him in, because she said if you go try to talk about the show, he will X out and could close off real quickly. So we don't want that. So they was like, let's go on. So let's get him leeway into talk about Courtney. So Cammy asked Chris about Courtney, and he talks about he said, yes, I like her a lot, but I don't think I'm in love with her, and I love her like that. And I don't think it's just specifically towards her. I think it's in general. I just don't want to love anybody, and that's that. So after a while coaching, he said he will get on a video. But when he got on a video, he got off the screen. He came on the screen and he was like this, y'all. I hear everything. Yes, I hear everything. Yeah. You can talk, but I ain't gonna really talk because I'm not comfortable getting on the screen. You gonna talk to me like this. I was like, can you get on the freaking screen, y'all? Like, come on, boy. And they said, well, are you etchy? He said, no, I'm not etchy. I'm not an imposter. I am me, Chris. So he said, can we get on? He said, well, I guess. And basically, it was actually is Chris. And that's long story short, it was actually is Chris. And the reason why he's very uncomfortable because he said he was born, he has a hormonal imbalance. That means he didn't really got the mature, like masculine stuff like that he got, and he has softer features than most men would have, and he has a lot of voice, a lot of stuff like that. He's not comfortable with his voice. He don't like his voice because he gets teased because he don't have that deep voice like most men have. It's like I don't have a deep voice like most men have. So yes, some men don't get born when not having that deep baritone. Hello, how you doing? What's up? Like that thing. But some was lighter. So sometimes people pick on you because you don't have that deep voice, or you may be soft, you may be swishy. And so, I understand why he was going through, because he said yes, he's been teased a lot, some of his friends teased him a lot. He has sort of features. So when he really got on, and he was away far from the screen, like he wasn't like this, like most of the people. He was way back to the screen, and he was like, "Yeah, I just don't like my face and all that stuff." And Courtney, when she saw him, she's like, "Yes, it's Chris." Yeah, she was happy. She was so. And yes, he just had to get comfortable because he said he's just not comfortable with his voice. He's not comfortable with a lot of his days. And he's just not comfortable. I said, I don't like myself. I don't like it. I hate myself. I don't like my face. I don't like none of it. And they kept talking, and he got a little bit more comfortable. But they was talking about how the etchy, he said, yeah, etchy is my best friend and stuff. And I was having to send it to Etchy because I ain't want to send him my exact location, my address, so it was messed up. And yes, he did send a picture. This picture is him. And she said, "Can you send him more?" You could have had sent her more pictures, and she would have let you know that it was more comfortable. You could saw stuff like that. But he said, that, yeah, but he just not. He just don't really like doing all that stuff because he don't want to take pictures because he don't like it at all. So after a while, they said why he was sending money because he said that he was not working. It was hard time in Turkey with a financial crisis going on, and he couldn't really work. And then when he did try to find a job, the people would automatically judge him because of the way he looked, how he looked, like that. Because he didn't look too growny, masculine, but at the same time, he looked like he had like a balance of kind of like a metrosexual look. But yes, because he had that sort of features, like he could be passed like a female, but he's not. It is a male, and it doesn't help that he has to like the voice. But I feel bad for him a little bit because I was like, oh my gosh, because you can't help how you be born. So as they talking comfortable, Neva came and got off the screen, and they talking, and Courtney and Chris talking. He got a little more comfortable. He said, "I want you to come over here, and I will just show you the places." Because I think they say the black rose has been. That's the only place that the rose grow in the whole world is in freaking Turkey, the black rose, and also see the lavender fields that she wanted to see because he was sending pictures of the lavender fields and she wanted to see that. They said, okay, cool. So they're gonna try to make it work and all that stuff like that. That's how the episode ended. And then the recap is that they feelings got stronger, but he realized that he wanted to see her more as a friend and not in a personal deep relationship. But hopefully she was still trying to fly in Turkey and basically still see the stuff that he promised to show her. And I was like, okay. And Sister show he is opening up more about himself, and he's accepting more of him. And that's all we asked for. That's all we asked for. But that was MTV Catfish, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel. Like I said, this episode was okay, just like the first one. I can't really go all in with the person. I just wish that he's be able to be more comfortable with himself, and then understand and accept whatever he is. He can't change it. So do what you gotta do, and somebody will love you. Like Courtney didn't care. She didn't care how he was. She was open. But I guess for him, he needs to be open enough to be ready for himself, so he could be ready to be a boyfriend to a girl that will accept him full wholeheartedly, and he willing to accept himself full wholeheartedly. All right, so that was Catfish, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode, and let's see y'all on next week. See, next week seems like it'll be good because somebody who was on Catfish become a catfish themselves. So we're gonna see how they go play this victim next week. Talk to y'all later. Peace.